This is problem 4.18 from Chapter 4, Brigham and Houston, Fundamentals of Financial Management, Concise 9th edition. We are trying to calculate a times interest earned ratio. Alright, so I'm solving for the TIE ratio. And the TIE ratio is earnings before interest and taxes divided by the interest. Okay, let's write down what else they give us. Assets are $6 billion given in the problem. The tax rate is 35% given in the problem. The BP ratio is 11% given in the problem. The BT, and that is EBIT over assets. So if the BP ratio is 11%, it means earnings before interest and taxes is 11% of assets. I know assets are $6 billion, so 11% of $6 billion is $660 million. Okay. The return on assets is 6%, and the return on assets is net income over assets. So I can solve for net income. I know it's 6% of total assets. Alright, so given all that, I can actually take that information and figure out the interest expense based on that, knowing the net income and the tax rate. Alright, interest gives me EBT, taxes at 35% gives me net income. Alright, I know what net income is. It's given in the problem as, or I could solve for it from the problem to get 360 million. And I know that EBIT is 660 million. 100% of, if I took 100% of taxable income and then I subtracted 35% of taxable income, what's left over would be 65% of taxable income. So the net income is 65% of taxable income after you subtract 35% of taxes. So if I divide by 1, if I take net income and divide by 1 minus the tax rate, I'll get taxable income. I can double check this. Make it pretty so it's easy to read. I can double check by multiplying EBT times 35% to get the taxes and then subtracting that. And if I've done it right, then I come up with the correct net income number, and I did. The only difference between EBIT and EBT is the I, or the interest expense. So interest must be 106,000 or 106 million, etc. So my TIE ratio would be the EBIT over the interest. And showing that to a couple of decimal places, 6.22. And there's your answer.